And I do think that, getting up to the account level, there's one budget, as we discussed. And what are the new accounts that the marketing team, that the sales team has not been able to get to, or maybe you don't want them spending their time getting to, that you can bring into the mix, because then, of course, you're going to be tackling them in some sort of orchestrated, combined manner. But
Yeah.
that's a pretty cut and dried place that you can kind of set that counter, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we haven't built an account funnel yet. We, are working towards, having enough, data in the system. I think we will be doing that this fall. But I do think having that view and being able to move accounts from stage to stage and be able to look at it together and kind of, like I said, just speak the same language as sales, and having them focus in on those, decision purchase accounts, the accounts that are on your website, that are, engaging with your content, downloading your trials, and consuming your content, are much more likely to convert. And so you want your sales team to be spending more time there, while marketing is taking, the accounts that are maybe in your ICP that aren't warmed up yet, or showing some initial interest, and sort of moving them along the journey so that they get to that place where they're warm and ready. And
Yeah.
your SDRs, are going out and, starting to engage and prospect multiple personas, within the account.
Yeah, go where the ground has been softened up a little bit for them, right? And you know that you've been able to establish some fit, et cetera, et cetera. How do you, at just a pragmatic level, either at Semaphore, how you're doing it, maybe some of this is a little bit farther down the road yet for you, but maybe what you've learned in all the great companies that and all the great marketing organizations that you've built, what's, how do you share those signals with sales, and what kind of rhythm are you on? How do you get to that coordinated, healthy conversation with sales?
It's a good question. For me, coming to Semaphore was, also an opportunity just to like drop right into the deep end, of
Yeah.
like the hottest market today. And, it is getting kind of noisy out there, right? We are really deep believers in the value of AI agents to, transform business operating models. And, with that, we've architected and designed our product to put power, in the hands of the business user. And so we have this concept called a run book, which really powers the agents that you create in Semaphore Studio. And you can think of a run book as like a recipe, right? And so within the run book, you decide what work that the agents are going to do. You determine and set, the goals or the outcomes that you would like to achieve. You give the agent directions. You tell it what data sources to go to, and, what actions you would like it to take in different enterprise applications that it might be accessing. And so, like, who better, to describe this than the person that's actually driving and running the process, who has that knowledge? That's the business person. So that's really our, underlying philosophy. And
And
you can, go to our website. We have Studio available for download now. There's all sorts of blogs and a new learning center that we've put together all around AI agents. So might be a great resource for the community here.
it's a B2B platform, so I'm sure there's agents at the yin yang for all different sorts of things. But in our conversation here, what are the top marketing agents, or the most typical roles, missions that marketing teams give these agents?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest one right now is content. I think you'd probably find, out in your community, a number of folks using agents to build marketing content, to personalize marketing content. Another one would probably be research. So company and account research, enabling your BDRs or your SDRs to, you know, go out to multiple sources, collate research, summarize it, be able to, help them personalize their emails. We started, writing a new run book around database acquisition here. I think I mentioned, meeting prep. We've certainly seen examples of marketing operations tasks as well.
Hmm.
Now being done by agents, and so there are, a couple companies out there that I think have designed very purpose-built agents specifically to be like a virtual, marketing ops person who can
Yep.
do, list uploads and data enrichment and things like that. So